Morning. Yesterday didn't go as planned. I didn't see any of the tourist attractions that I said I was going to see, but that's because I was shattered. I came to the hotel room and I literally passed out, guys. I literally was dead. Also, my phone was playing up. My phone was not being my friend. Basically, I couldn't get any data within Copenhagen, and I was like, what is going on? I was trying to queue my maps and go and find all the tourist attractions, and my maps wouldn't work because it said I had no data. So I was like, what the hell's going on? And basically what I figured out too late, because I couldn't check until 3, checked in, then I was trying to figure out how to fix my maps, figured out I was connecting to every single different network provider within Denmark. And the ones that it was connecting to, it didn't work. And I found one called 3D network, and that worked. By the time I got that working, I realized I was out of battery. All my devices were dead. So honestly, it just didn't go to plan yesterday. So when I was like, oh, I'll charge them, I went into the hotel room, and I don't know what possessed me to think that you guys had the same plug sockets. I knew that you guys don't have the same plug sockets as us. So I didn't have the right plug. So then I had to go and I had to walk and find a shopping center with no maps and no data on my phone to get an adapter so I could charge my devices because they all died. So that was a learning curve. I'm using my first day in the Nordics, in Scandinavia, to learn how to be a vlogger and have all your devices charged, have the right data. So I'm glad I've learned this all before I go to Sweden, but today is the day I'm going to Sweden. I shouldn't be so excited. I shouldn't be so excited to go to Sweden, but I am. It's not that I didn't like Denmark. I did. It's amazing. It's clean. Everyone's on bicycles. Everyone's beautiful. Everyone's really well dressed. Everything's very efficient. I've really enjoyed, and I wish I spent more time here, and I wish I got to see a lot of the tourist attractions. However, I did go on a bicycle ride. I did go and get some coffee and cake, and that was pretty good. So yeah, I'll be back. But I need to learn more about Denmark to really appreciate Denmark. If I'm being honest, I chose to come to Denmark and because it was cheaper to fly in. It was a little bit cheaper to fly in, so I chose to come in for that reason. That's really bad. But yeah, it was cheaper. Fly into Copenhagen and take a train to Malmö. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm super excited to go to Sweden. I think this morning, it is currently 20 past 11. My train is at 20 to 1, I want to say. 12:40. So I don't really have time to do much, but I think what I might do is I might get a Danish pastry if I can on the way, but we'll see. But I'll probably check back in either in a cafe or on the train. So yeah, we're going to Sweden, guys. We're going to Sweden. I'll see you in a bit. Guys, look what I found. Matt's Burger in Copenhagen. It's the morning, so I'm not gonna have a burger. But if it was lunchtime, maybe. I'll have it in Sweden. Another thing, guys, we don't have 7-Eleven. I thought this was only a thing really in Asia. We don't have it. And America, weirdly enough, we don't have 7-Eleven. So that's interesting. The little things in life. Let's see what they've got in here. Wow. Do I need a drink? No. It smells nice in here. Oh. There's that little pastry and pizza. Right, we're gonna do all the sweets and confectionery in Sweden. But for my journey, I might get a drink. They've got names. Alfred. Jacob. I like the name Jacob. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna get. Oh, is that full fat? No, zero sugar. Good. Right, let's pay for this. So guys, my train is supposed to be at 12:44, so I'm just waiting for it to come on the board. Because at the moment it's not. And it should say, I don't know, Malmö? I don't know, or Malmö? I don't know. We're figuring it out. Yeah, like that. Via Malmö. So it'll be like that, but not that train. 12:44. Wish me luck. Quick update, good coffee. Oh, that's where the camera is. Very good coffee. Very good coffee. By the way guys, I feel the lag on. I'm trying not to take my camera out as much, but I need to get over it. But I'm just like, in Sweden, people don't do this. People looking at me weird, but this is really good coffee, so I'm enjoying it. Guys, I have to come on camera because I just bumped into a subscriber. Come on camera because I just bumped into a subscriber. says, anyone who walks into St. Petri Church will meet 700 years of history. The visitor is led back in thought and in time. This is Malmö's oldest, still preserved church, consecrated and sanctified in the honour of Peter and Paul at the beginning of the 14th century. This is not a museum, but a place full of life, everyday longing, people full of life, carry new prayers in here. So it's a place of religious. So basically, I've got to respect it. But I'm looking forward to going inside. Nice. So this man's name is Carl Gustav. I'm gonna have, you know me, I have to Google who this is. Carl Gustav, 1896. Must have been a very important person in Sweden to have a statue of him on a horse. Cool. So peaceful. Sweden's is so beautiful. Look at that. Peaceful, quiet, chill. I don't know what this hotel is, but I'm just stood outside of it. I'm sure it's fine. Guys, should I get a souvenir? I feel like I have to. I'm a sucker for a souvenir. I'm looking at the wrong place, you're there. I'm a sucker for souvenirs. Might get some. That's hilarious, guys. I literally just walked past my hotel, because that's where the station is. I was there a bit earlier, and this is where my hotel is. Perfect. I probably planned it that way, but I can't remember if I did. Let's go check in. Oh my god, what a weird elevator I'm in, guys. Hello. I don't know. Wow, I'm high. My room is really high. That's a weird elevator. Really nice, because you can see outside. Really nice, but quite weird. Anyways, let's go to my hotel room. Okay. What number? 614. 614, 614. 616 to 619. Am I being silly? Would it be this way then? 614. 619. 8. I hope it's on this floor. 616. So where am I? Of course I'd get lost. Okay, I'll check back in a second. Let's try and find this room. Oh my god, what? Guys, I'm freaking out. Pray for me. I hope to God I can get in this. Oh my god. I've never been in a lift that looks like this. No. No, guys, I'm freaking out. I've never been in a lift. If this could be my last video. I have never been in a lift like this. I was in the wrong lift and the lady's like, oh no, it's this one. I feel like I'm in a prison. Okay, I think we're okay. What the oh no, I don't like that. That freaked me out. No, that doesn't look right. Is this normal in Sweden? I felt like I was going to my death. Okay. Okay. Is that me? Wow, okay. This is me. Fingers crossed it's a nice room, because that lift wasn't as nice as the other one. Oh, okay. It does what it needs to do. I've got a bed, I've got a window, I've got a kind of shower, wet room kind of thing. Okay. I mean, I was definitely in the nicer part of the hotel. This might be what they give to the booking.com people. The people that don't book direct with the hotel. But this will do me. I'm here just to sleep and enjoy my stay in Malmö. So, yeah, this will do. So I'm on my bed, which is by the window. And look at this roof terrace. That's nice. I need to find out where that is. Cute. This'll do me. This is great. This bed's really comfortable as well. It might not look like anything special, but the mattress is nice and firm. I quite like a firm mattress. Don't know what you guys think. Right, I'm gonna unpack and see what the day brings. Guys, sorry to stop the vlog, but this is quite urgent. So you know how we're in Malmö now, and I've been filming in Malmö? Basically, I had 2 cameras with me, and I had this planned out in my head. I had my iPhone, which I was like, I'm gonna film all the good shots and the scenery and the buildings, because iPhones are really good for that. And then I'm gonna use a dedicated vlogging camera to get all the footage of me speaking. I got back to England, I started taking all the files off of my phone and off of, basically the camera's this one. It's a DJI Pocket 3 camera that I purchased specifically for this vlog. I started taking all the footage off of this camera and half of the footage is corrupted. So that affects Malmö, but luckily, I got tired, which is a good thing. At the time I was like, oh, this is terrible, I'm ruining the vlog. But I got tired of using this camera because that's not very quick to like take out and film. And also like I felt like I was drawing attention to myself. So actually I stopped using that camera as much and I started using my iPhone more. Thank you to the gods, because if I didn't do that, we would have no vlogging footage. But luckily I did start using my iPhone a lot more to film myself, but that's when I left Malmö. So we've got half the footage of Malmö, me filming myself, and half of it's kind of lost. Basically, this is me to come on just to tell you that, yeah, I messed up. I lost a lot of my footage, and I'm going to do my best to narrate a lot of the footage that is lost. But we're fine. We're going to make this work. All right, back to the vlog. Guys, I'm in the horrible disgusting food museum. I can smell it already. Disgusting. Pray for me. Did you just see what's written? Categories of disgust: mutilation, deformity, deformed and wounded bodies, scars, blood, amputated limbs, morbidly obese people. This place sounds interesting. Oh my god. Bull testicles. No way. Like, they're alive. And the stinkiest of them all. So strumming. Guys.
This is something that you put on top of garnish for some food. You don't want to try it? So this one, I can totally imagine putting this on top of a vanilla ice cream. Sounds weird, but I think it's gonna be good. Can't even.
No.
Eat without salty licorice.
Salted licorice, yeah.
This is one of the saltiest things you're ever gonna try. This is made with, we add a little bit of salmiak in it, or
Samyaki.
ammonium. So what makes it super salty, right? If you're from Sweden or Denmark, this is one of the best.
Or Finland.
you're gonna try.
Or Finland.
Or Finland.
Yeah.
Or, this is also from Iceland. So basically from the Nordic
The
countries.
Nordics, yeah.
This is very common. But as you can see,
Yeah. I should have warned you, sorry.
if you're not from here, it's a bit challenging, I would say. Personally, I think this is
Insane. Oh, and the beer is like a seaweed beer, she said. Oh, like a beer like fermented with seaweed? I don't know. It's a great beer. Tastes good. Guys, that was the best tasting meatballs I have ever had in my entire life. So good. So good. Do you know what else I've noticed? Nobody is filming this man juggling. You're very present. Swedish people are very present. I found it, guys. It's the end of the night and I found Max Burger and it's near my hotel. I'm definitely going to try it at some point. Guys, I am back in the hotel room. I am shattered. I've had an awesome day today. I've had an awesome day today. I'm filming this on my iPhone because I couldn't be bothered getting the other camera out. And this is real. But I'm back in the hotel room. I've had the greatest first day in Sweden. Man, it's exactly how I thought it would be. Swedes, you're exactly how I thought you would be. You're so chill. Oh, every Swede that I've kind of like interacted with or walked or just observed, you're really chill people. When I stepped off the train in Malmö, I instantly felt comfortable. So weird. I felt so comfortable. I don't know. It was just like, it was really weird. It was like, I stepped off the train and I was like, Denmark was fun and I liked Copenhagen, but like Copenhagen, like I actually prefer Malmö like by far, and Swedish people by far. You're just very like, I got to the hotel and I got in a lift with a Swedish guy and he just like floated into the lift. That's weird. He just like stepped to the lift. He had a suit on. He was very smart, and I thought he worked there. And I was asking him where I should go to get to my hotel room, and then he was like really polite. He was like, "Oh, you have to go to the sixth floor," and da, 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 da. And I was like, "Oh my god, do you work here?" He was like, "No, I don't work here." And I was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." He just looked very smart, and I just thought that he worked here. Sorry, this is like a random conversation, but he was just so nice and so polite, and he didn't like say, "Oh no, I don't work here. Don't ask me." He was just very polite, and then we were in the lift, and he was like dead silent, and there was no words exchanged. But it's almost like you don't need to. I feel like Swedish people. I feel like you say things without saying them. You don't need to talk too much. You don't need to say it too much. You're just very like content and chill. It's like you don't have to prove anything. I don't know. It's a vibe. It's like a Swedish vibe. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it. It's like this kind of vibe of I don't need to say that I'm great or better than you. I just am. I'm just being. I'm just there. I'm just present. And speaking of present, when I went to oh, it's raining. It's raining quite heavy. When I went to the I was walking through Malmö, and I was walking through the square where the cobbles were, and there was like a performance on. I've either shown you the footage or I'll show you the footage now. There was a performance on, and everyone was stood around watching the performance. This guy was juggling, but you were really present. There was no one, not you personally, but all the Swedish people there. No one had their smartphone out. Nobody was filming. Nobody was distracted. People were present. People were respectful. People were like distance apart. Like there was like no one was bundled together. Like people kept their distance, and people clapped and just really respectful. I don't know, man. You guys are just so chill and nice, and like it's Friday night. I don't know if it's just because it's Malmo. Malmo's not like a busy town or anything like that, but it's a Friday night, and it's just so people are drinking, but no one's rowdy. In the UK, when people drink, they get really rowdy, really antisocial behavior. Like it becomes really quite rough and kind of unsafe. Not once did I feel unsafe in walking around Malmo at all. And the funny thing is, Malmo's supposed to be like the most dangerous part of Sweden. Not like, I didn't feel that, but I mean it's only been one night, so one day and one night, so I don't know, but I've had such a good time so far. I went to the disgusting food. I keep getting it wrong. The is it disgusting food museum or the horrible food museum? So much fun. I'm sure I'll show you the footage. I don't know if you've seen it already, but I've had a great day. Oh, and I had Swedish meatballs. Oh my god. Oh my god. Swedish meatballs. Wow. Swedish meatballs. I've never I thought I had meatballs before, but what I had before was not the real thing. The IKEA meatballs they're not good. They're not good compared. God, it was so good. Yeah, great first day in Sweden. Very happy because you know I could tell I really like watching all the YouTube videos. I was like, oh, gushing over Sweden. I really love Sweden. It sounds amazing. I feel like I'd really like Sweden, and I was quite scared before coming here. I was like, what if I don't like it here? I felt like, oh, what if I don't like it? And I was like a bit worried because I was like, I don't want to shatter my view, and like it's just strengthened my view. Like it's just yeah, it's confirmed what I felt. So I'm truly happy. I definitely could move here. Even the language, even the Swedish language. I've had a few people speak to me in Swedish. Initially, just off the bat, just speak to me in Swedish, and I've been like, oh, like some guy, one of the waiters at the place where I was eating my Swedish meatballs, and he came up to me, spoke to me in Swedish. he basically said, "Oh, have you finished with your food?" in Swedish, and I was like, "Oh," tack så mycket." He was like, tack så mycket, and he took my plate. I was like, "Oh," I said, "Thank you very much. That's great." I was like, maybe he didn't know that I couldn't speak Swedish because I said thank you. I don't know, but is that how you would respond if someone said, "Can I take your plate? Have you finished with your food?" Would you just say, "Yeah, thanks"? I don't know, because I think he just took it and he replied in Swedish and took the plate. I kind of got away with him not knowing that I couldn't speak a word of Swedish. But like, yeah, the Swedish language is lovely, man. It's really, really nice. I could absolutely move here and then learn Swedish while I'm here. I could absolutely do that because everyone speaks such great English. I'd be able to navigate living in the country, and then I would make the conscious effort to go to a language school and learn Swedish. Not that I'm going to move to Sweden. Look at me, I'm already moving here in my mind. Not that I'm going to move to Sweden, but like, I feel like I could move to Sweden, if that makes sense, because I don't know. I like it so far. I don't know. It's only the first city, and I've still got Gothenburg to go to. That's the place that I'm like the most excited about as well. I've got Stockholm, and I've got Uppsala, and I'm gonna try and squeeze somewhere else in. Maybe one of the islands. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know yet. But yeah, this is just the first day of the Swedish trip, so super excited. And yeah, guys, yeah, day one done. Yeah, I'm gonna get some sleep. I think it's quite early. I yawned as soon as I thought about sleeping. It's quite early, but I'm old, and it's raining outside now. And yeah, it's Pride tomorrow. That should be good. I'm gonna go to the Pride parade. That's gonna be fun. So cue that. Cue that. After this video, I should be at Pride. So yeah, great. Guys, I will speak to you tomorrow. Night night.